Whoa, I think it's zoomed in, but oh well. Anyway, hey guys, welcome to the 17th episode of No Turning Back. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little strange, it's because of these. And anyway, on to question of the week. Alright, so question of the week. You know, I really hadn't put that much thought into question of the week, but here we go. So do you think Randy Orton as a face is better, or do you think Randy Orton as a heel is better? Well, for my opinion is, if you guys must know, is Randy Orton, I think, is better as a heel. He was a heel longer than he was a face. I know he was a face, but I think he's just one of those guys who are made to be heel, if you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, I just can't really picture him, and now I still kind of think of him as a heel, because he's got that face to be a heel, I guess you could say. That, like, cocky attitude, I guess. But, anyway, you know, he's just starting out now as a face. I mean, not just starting out, but he hasn't been a face for that long. So, anyway, answer your opinions of wrestling this week. Give me some questions if you like, and answer question of the week. On to some other topics. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to talk about TNA Sacrifice and WWE Over the Limit. Now, TNA Sacrifice doesn't have any build-up to it at all. And, you know, they've only showed commercials for it. You know, telling people to buy, bribing people to buy it. You have to have a build-up to your pay-per-view. You can't just, you know, go months and months without saying anything about it, and then all of a sudden pop up with tons of commercials for it. Gotta have a build-up, and yeah, you do want to advertise your pay-per-views, but you need a build-up too. And Sacrifice, there's nothing really that they're sacrificing exactly, and WWE does that too. They've kind of ruined the whole concept of some pay-per-view gimmicks. And they mostly have pay-per-view gimmicks as their names. And, you know, their product isn't that good right now. Same with TNA. So, hopefully they can both improve. And, you know, I'm just going to name some of the matches that I think I'll probably like. Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Anderson. Now, I think this will be a good match. I like both wrestlers. What else? You know, possibly RVD versus AJ Styles could be a good match, too. This pay-per-view looks okay. I mean, it could turn around and be a really good pay-per-view. Most people thought Extreme Rules would be really, really bad, which, in my opinion, it was okay. But a lot of people actually really enjoyed the pay-per-view. So, you never know. Depends on your opinion. Yeah, so now, Over the Limit. There's been a build-up, and I don't really know the matches for it. But I think it's going to be a pretty decent pay-per-view. I don't know. I have to watch. I have to rewatch Raw and I have to watch SmackDown, so I can't say anything about those two. And I have to rewatch TNA, which I will do before, if I ever talk about them in this video. Anyway, on to some other topics. Okay, so I'm going to talk about NXT now. So the last episode I've seen, which actually was pretty recent, was the NXT Eliminations. Now, I only saw, like, one match. I wasn't even paying attention to it, so technically I didn't watch it. Anyway, I do have the channel to watch it, so I don't even know why I didn't watch it. But anyway, so let's see. Skip Sheffield, I don't care about. I don't even know what these guys are like, because I haven't even watched NXT frequently. Michael Tarver, which I hear he hasn't been doing anything, and he expects, you know, everything to just come to him, I guess people were saying. You know, I don't care about those two. And Bryan Danielson. Now, I do think it's a storyline. People have been telling me it's a storyline with him. You know, he has good talent, and hopefully they use him better, and they shouldn't have made him lose You know, now the fans are going to think, the fans don't know who he is. They don't know that he's come from Ring of Honor, that he's a good wrestler. They just think he's this new guy who always loses his matches. But WWE makes him lose these matches. So he could do really good if they put him in the right matches and, you know, he doesn't lose every single time like Evan Bourne. And I'm not even going to get into Evan Bourne, which I'm sure people already are just beyond sick and tired of him losing. But I'm getting off topic now. You know, NXT, I think they're trying to get rid of it, and I kind of think they should. They should have just kept ECW, because if people like Evan Bourne and, you know, some of the lower mid-carders aren't going to stand a chance on SmackDown and Raw, and they were doing fine on ECW. They needed a couple of big names on ECW, and maybe keep that show TV-14, because, you know, you really can't do anything PG with the, you know, Extreme Championship Wrestling. So, I don't know what they're going to do if they just get rid of it, and what else, if they're going to have a new show or they're going to bring back ECW. I don't know if they're just going to have two brands, because these two brands are, like, crowded. Anyway, on to the guest host part. Okay, this is the guest host part of No Turning Back. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Y2J. I'm 194.
Alright, first question. What do you think about the eliminations on NXT?
Well, we all know that Daniel Bryan's obviously going to come back as Bryan Danielson. Obviously, they're not going to make probably their best rookie go in the first round. Like, that's kind of retarded, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, that's what I think about it. Like, Michael Tarver, no one really cares about him, really. You know, whatever. But Daniel Bryan, he is gonna come back, so that's what I mean. That's what I think.
Alright, so next question. Who are some wrestlers you would bring back to the WWE?
Well, I would adjust the mid-card a bit. Probably bring back Billy Kidman, since he is a good high-flying mid-carder. Probably WWE needs a new Lucha Libre, so I'll probably bring back Juventud Guerrera. He was in the Mexicals, and WWE failed epically with that back in 2005. Who else? I wouldn't bring anyone big and major like The Rock or Stone Cold or someone like that, because they're kind of going to be burned out and all that. So, yeah. I'm trying to think now. Probably, yeah, WWE just need to adjust the mid-card. Probably bring someone, like, to shake up the mid-card, because it's okay, but it's not really that good. So, yeah.
Who should be next WWE champ?
Chris Jericho or Randy Orton. Probably when Randy Orton finishes his feud, he can, with Edge, he goes with, he can feud with John Cena or somebody. But I don't want John Cena to have some short title reign like he usually does. I want him to have, like, probably 6 months, 7 months. I don't want it to be some short-ass title reign, so, yeah, and probably Chris Jericho could win it before Randy Orton, hopefully, probably like in the fall or probably end of the summer. So, yeah, but I don't think we're going to see a
Alright, so how would you improve WWE and TNA?
Just shake up the product, really, and see, like, with the indies, that's why I like indies over mainstream wrestling, because, like, it's more wrestling than promos. I mean, Raw had 16 minutes of wrestling. I mean, like, that is just, wow, that is just bad. TNA just need to shake up everything, really. Their booking, their mid-card, their, everything, their product, because TNA are trying to be a WWE and WCW, but they're just failing epically, really. And it's like the workers just have no business experience whatsoever. Yeah, and that's why I prefer indies over mainstream, because, you know, it's more resting. So, yeah.
Would you like to say anything else before I end the video?
Subscribe to the Y2J Fam194. Get me 200 subscribers, please. Whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Really. So, yeah.
Alright, thank you for being a guest host on No Turning Back.